Okay, good morning. So last class we have discussed about the stopping sight distance. Okay, today we are going to discuss a new topic known as the overtaking sight distance. So what is meant by overtaking sight distance? Consider a case when all the vehicles are traveling at the design speed on a roadway. Okay, there are a lot of vehicles available on the roadway and all the vehicles are making their movement at the design speed. So what will happen if all the vehicles are making their movement at the design speed? There is no need of an overtaking operation, right? When you are traveling on the road, you might have experienced several situations in which the vehicle in which you are traveling will be overtaking a vehicle in front. So what is the main situation in which a driver of a vehicle is planning to overtake a vehicle in front of that? What is the main situation? If the vehicle in front of us is moving at a lower speed and we are moving at a faster speed and we want to continue our movement at that particular speed so that we will be reaching our destination on time, right? So if the situation is not happening, suppose all the vehicles are traveling at their design speed itself. Okay, so there is no need of overtaking. But the fact is all the vehicles will not be moving at their design speed itself, especially under mixed traffic condition, right? So in such a case, there becomes a necessity for a fast moving vehicle to overtake a vehicle moving in its front, which is moving at a speed less than its designated speed or design speed. Such an operation, you call it as overtaking, right? Now, so the minimum sight distance available open to the vision of the driver of a vehicle intending to overtake a slow vehicle ahead with safety against traffic of opposite direction is known as a minimum overtaking sight distance. So I told you that when all the vehicles are moving at their design speed, there is no need of an overtaking operation. But that may not be the case always. In many situations, it may happen that the vehicles are moving at a slow speed and one particular vehicle, in order to maintain its speed, need to overtake a vehicle moving ahead. Okay, so if I am trying to overtake a vehicle which is moving in front of me, and there are vehicles coming from the opposite direction also, so I should take care of two things. First of all, when I am moving my vehicle, okay, when I am moving my vehicle with an objective to overtake the vehicle moving in front, I should not collide my vehicle with the vehicle in front. And also, I should not collide my vehicle with another vehicle coming in the opposite direction. So a minimum sight distance should be available to the eye of the driver. If I am traveling in a vehicle which is overtaking, to the eye of the driver of my vehicle, a minimum sight distance should be available so that the person can avoid collision with vehicle moving in its front as well as a vehicle coming from the opposite direction. Okay, so this is the basic concept of overtaking sight distance. Let us see. So in stopping sight distance, in the last class, we have seen about the stopping sight distance. So in stopping sight distance, we have seen what are the factors on which stopping sight distance will depend. One is reaction time of driver, then speed of vehicle, efficiency of brakes, frictional resistance between tire and road, gradient of road, etc. These are different factors which will depend on stopping sight distance. Okay. So here, this is the definition for overtaking sight distance. Overtaking sight distance is the minimum distance open to the vision of driver of a vehicle intending to overtake the slow vehicle ahead safely against the traffic in the opposite direction. Okay, so vehicle which is moving at a slower speed in front of the overtaking vehicle should be able to overtake that vehicle with adequate safety against traffic in the opposite direction. If vehicles are coming from the opposite direction, there should be adequate safety against collision from such vehicles. Okay. So there are different factors that affect the overtaking sight distance. The different factors are, first factor is velocity of the overtaking vehicle, overtaken vehicle, and of the vehicle coming in the opposite direction. So whenever we are analyzing the overtaking sight distance, or we are computing the overtaking sight distance requirements, we should know that there are three types of velocities that need to be considered. There are three types of velocities that need to be considered. What are the three types of velocities? First of all, what is the velocity at which the vehicle which is trying to overtake the vehicle is traveling? Secondly, what is the velocity at which the vehicle which need to be overtaking is traveling? And third one is, what is the velocity at which vehicle is coming in the opposite direction? So these three velocities are important. Then what is the spacing between the vehicles? Okay, what is the spacing between the vehicles? Then what is the skill and reaction time of driver? We have already seen what is meant by the reaction time of driver, and what are the factors that trigger the driver characteristics? We have already seen. Then rate of acceleration of overtaking vehicle, and finally the gradient of the road. These are the different factors that will affect the overtaking sight distance. What are the different factors? Vehicles of overtaking vehicle, velocity of overtaking vehicle, velocity of overtaken vehicle, and velocity coming in the opposite direction. Then you have the spacing between the different vehicles. That will be dependent upon the speed of the vehicle. Then skill and reaction time of the driver, then rate of acceleration of overtaking vehicle. These are the different factors that affect the OSD. Now, for analyzing the overtaking sight distance, here you can observe this diagram. You can see that vehicle A, are you able to see this figure? Okay. Here you can see there are three vehicles. A, B, and C are the three vehicles. Vehicle A is moving behind vehicle B. Vehicle B is a slow moving vehicle, and the driver of vehicle A intends to overtake the slow moving vehicle B and move to a new position. Vehicle C is coming in the opposite direction. So here the overtaking vehicle is vehicle A, overtaken vehicle is vehicle B, and vehicle coming in the opposite direction is vehicle C. The vehicle A, if it is changing its position from A1 to A2, after reaching the position A2, it is deciding to change its position to A3. By the time vehicle changes its position, vehicle A changes its position from A2 to A3, vehicle B is also in motion. So vehicle B might have changed its position from B1 to B2. And similarly, at the same time, vehicle C might have changed its position from D1 to vehicle C might have changed its position from C1 to C2. Is it clear? There are three vehicles. Vehicle A is the overtaking vehicle. Vehicle B is the overtaken vehicle. And vehicle C is the vehicle coming in the opposite direction. Vehicle A decides to change its position from A1 to A2, then to A3. The change of position from A2 to A3 is an overtaking operation. So here vehicle A, vehicle B, vehicle C, all those things are in motion. So when the vehicle A is changing its position from A2 to A3, that is the real overtaking operation. Vehicle B might have changed its position from B1 to B2. And at the same time, the vehicle C might have changed its position from C1 to C2. Now we have to speak about three different distances. Here in this figure, you can see that there are three distances, D1, D2, and D3. Here D1 means distance traveled by overtaking vehicle A. Distance traveled by overtaking vehicle A during the reaction time T second, or position of driver from A1 to A2. When the driver is changing its position from A1 to A2, okay, the distance covered is D1. The second distance which we have to consider is denoted in this figure as D2. the distance traveled by vehicle A from position A2 to A3. Vehicle A is changing its position from A2 to A3. That distance you call as D2. Okay. And this distance D2 is covered during the actual overtaking operation time, that is capital T. D1 was a distance covered during the reaction time, small t, of the driver of the vehicle A, and D2 is the distance traveled during the actual actual overtaking operation T, when the vehicle changes its position from A2 to A3. Similarly, D3 is the distance traveled by vehicle C from position C1 to C2 during the overtaking operation of vehicle A, that is during the time period capital T. Now, let us see the speeds. Vehicle A is traveling at a design speed of V meter per second. Vehicle B, we know that when an overtaking operation is needed, when the vehicle is not traveling at the design speed. So VB is the speed at which the vehicle B is traveling. And in case if the speed of vehicle B is not given, okay, in the question, if vehicle B speed is not given, VB is not given, then VB can be taken as what is the speed at which vehicle A is traveling, that is V meter per second minus 4.5, or in kilometer per hour, V minus 16 kilometer per hour is the speed at which vehicle B is traveling. And vehicle C is also moving at design speed. Then here S is the minimum spacing between the two vehicles. So after analysis, we can write that D1, what is D1? Distance traveled by the vehicle A during reaction time. I told that overtaking side distance can be written as a sum of these three side distances. Sum of D1 plus D2 plus D3 can be written as OSD. So what is D1, D2, D3 is important. D1 means the distance traveled by vehicle A during reaction time is D1. So D1 is V small b into T. Then the vehicle is accelerating from position A2 and overtakes the vehicle B and then comes back to the position A3. So we have to write the distance traveled as D2 is equal to VB, that is the speed at which vehicle B is traveling, VB into capital T, where capital T is the actual time of overtaking, plus half into A into T square. This is coming from the equation of motion, right? S is equal to UT plus half AT square, the same expression. But D2 can be written as B plus 2S. What is B plus 2S? B means the change in position of vehicle B1. Vehicle B from B1 to B2 can be written as small b, and S is the spacing between the two vehicles. So the distance D2 from this figure can be written as S plus B plus S, that is B plus 2S. B plus 2S is equal to D2. And D3 can be written as V into T. So total overtaking side distance can be written as D1 plus D2 plus D3. In some cases, it may be happening that there is no vehicle coming in the opposite direction, or the traffic is of a single line nature. Okay, vehicular movement is allowed only on a one particular lane. So there is no vehicular movement in the opposite direction. So in such a case, D3 can be neglected and overtaking side distance can be written as D1 plus D2. Are you getting? So that is about the overtaking side distance. Is it clear? This material will be uploaded, so you can refer the text file also. There are some problems to be solved in this that we will be solving later. Okay.